Hey, Orange One here. So we are in Morn, and surprisingly, these guys are not hostile to the point where they attack us on sight, but we do have the problem where we can't actually trade with them. So yeah, that's a shame. I'm not really sure how we're gonna make any money now, seeing how the tech hunters don't want anything to do with us. I mean, the Anthill will be able to trade up north, but I was hoping to sell some of the old armor that we've made um, in Fort Monroe. Man, I'm so tired right now. I just had like a super long day, like 12-hour-ish long day, but I wanted to play some Kenshi. It really helps me relax. But as you can see, we got a little bit of cash. Not a ton, but we got a decent amount. Unfortunately, this guy is not going to be able to buy much from us, as you can see. And he doesn't really have much that I want. And why don't we go ahead and grab that, yeah. And then we can sell a lot of this junk. Is there anything else that I want? Some copper might be nice because then we can turn that into electrical components. And sure, we'll go for some food cubes and electrical components. Nice. I could have sworn, I think that he got more money in between episodes. I'm pretty sure that that is what happened. So that's pretty awful stuff. And at that point, there's not really anything else. Oh, I thought that that was the that one companion that you can find in the desert, but it looks like it's not. Yeah, I think that we've pretty much sold all the stuff that we can here. Yeah. Actually, no, there's a little bit more food. Sure, pick that up. Yeah, we've pretty much exhausted these resources here. We got some food too from that, which is nice because then we'll be able to stock up our food reserves at Fort Monroe. And I think this episode's gonna be mostly us doing some base management stuff and trying to get our food industry a little bit more secured because as you can see, people are starving, kind of. I mean, not like really bad, but they're starting to recover. I think we had a ton of fresh meat get brought in, so that should be getting cooked. I've forgotten who had it on them though, so let's just kind of check to make sure no one's just like standing around with like a backpack full of meat. Doesn't look like it. And you got some food there, but that'll get dropped off, I believe. Okay, good. And as you can see, we've gotten some cybernetic limbs on people. There are a couple people that have pretty terrible CBMs on them. Not CBMs, I'm thinking Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead when I say CBMs. Cybernetics. CBM stands for, I think, Compact Bionic Module, I believe. Yeah, I think Anvil. He's got... Oh, not Anvil. That's weird. I wrote down Anvil because I tried to keep note of what was coming down here. You're shooting and you're shooting. I don't know what you're shooting at. Probably something that was chasing these two. Don't see what you guys are shooting at. Let's just close the gate so whatever's out there doesn't like just wreck us. I had Anvil and Ezia, or was it Trill? No, Trill we gave some decent limbs to. Look how much of a robot Trill is though. Trill could be a real force to be messed with. I think Ezia, yeah, you've got a trash left arm, like literally one of the worst limbs that you can have in the game. Like, look at that. He's got, you can't even see his little hand. That's how sad it is. If I turn you around, can we see it? Nope, not really. Yeah, we're gonna have to get our robotics industry up. So I'm thinking we'll try and build our own robotics thing back here, just hopefully away from the gate so it's less likely to get attacked. And yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. This is such a nightmare to place things around. What is it saying I can place it up there? That doesn't seem right. We can rotate. Change height is plus and minus. That does not seem to be doing anything. Slope. Yeah, it doesn't really do much either. I thought I saw a little slope there where it was green. Definitely doesn't seem like we're gonna get much. Ooh, hey, look, that I think we can work with. Sure, why don't we change that slope a little bit? Because that does bother me. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna just, yeah, place it like that, I think. Now will be our little robotics shop here, and we might even be able to fit like a shack or something next to it. I don't think we're gonna need much more than that though. Can I get everyone working on that though? It's possible. Southern Cook, you are engineering? You're building. That's strange. That must mean that you don't have the resources to cook with, which is interesting. Oh look, there's tons of green fruit right there, but it's not over here. Not a big deal, seeing how we just had Benedict bring a ton of food back. Which he's already dropped off. Great. And he's got some electrical components. We have a couple of them laying around here. I think this is going to be our main storage of actual useful resources here. We have tons of power, like way more than we're going to ever really need. I would like more green fruit, it looks like. We actually built a little water thing, storage area, but we're not producing enough water, so I think I'm gonna have people work on this building. Actually, I don't know what jobs everyone has. I'm just gonna make sure they're enabled, because I think we've got some soldiers that are not working on stuff. I'm looking at this. How is this going? Okay, it's gonna take a little while with just that few people working on it. If I go to the soldiers, can I just get the soldiers and assign you to this to work on that? Okay, guys. I know that you can. Oh, you're carrying George. Is George hurt? What's the deal there with the... Or George is carrying you. Ooh, that's weird. You don't need to be carrying him. My friend also does not need to be carried. And it's put down Parm. It looks like people are doing okay. Some of them might need a little bit of rest, but we could honestly probably send out the Royal Squad to go try and get more recruits. That probably is not the worst idea. We're gonna need to send some soldiers out with them though. I am nervous because some of you guys are gonna have some pretty trash robotic limbs, and that's pretty bad. And we can look at the limbs and... I don't know, hope for the best. I do think we should probably send out a little expedition out south. We've got food, we've got stuff getting built, but what we really need is some recruits. And these guys, actually, we could try recruiting one of these guys. As you see if... Hold on, let's just double check we've got the right limb. A left leg. Okay, who's missing the left leg? You. Can I talk to him? Nah, he doesn't want to talk. Okay. That's fine. Let's get those of you that have decent hunger and no injuries out here. Beanie. Yep. Sure, beef. Yep. You too, Jig. And I think Gus is on a turret, so I think I'm gonna leave him. Hold on, who was that was just running off? Oh, you're trying to engineer. Hold up on that. You guys just don't do your jobs. Hang out here. I thought I gave you guys medic kits. Yeah. Okay, so are any of you starving? And Fetta's kind of hungry. Everyone seems for the most part to be in pretty good condition. Benedict, why don't you go out with them? Out adventuring. And we'll see about what we can do in terms of resources. I think that is everyone, right? I mean, if it's not everyone, it's enough of everyone for me to feel comfortable to try and take out a Southern Hive patrol. Yeah, Bree, why don't you come out? And Arnold, Anvil, yeah. No, not Anvil, but Arnold, you can come with us for sure. Yeah, we just basically want to replenish some of our messed up numbers here. Hold up. I know you guys want to go sit. How's Jack doing? Jack, why are you not coming with us? Yeah, I think at this point we're gonna probably just get some soldiers. Hopefully ones that don't require cybernetics and just make them our workforce to help sustain the colony. Because they're so much easier to come by than the little worker drones. So we'll send you all back, and you'll do what you do best, right? Hold on. Stay with the team, Benedict. Stay with the class, buddy system, right? Oh, you know what I wanted to talk to you all about? I forgot to mention this, but I saw on YouTube because, you know, at the end of the day when I'm brain dead and I've recorded a little bit, I sometimes just watch stuff on YouTube. And I mean, as obviously I'm preaching to the choir, but YouTube is the best in my mind in terms of finding just random stuff. Like I think I talked about the Ningen Isu metal band, this like old Japanese metal band. Super weird. Comment section is just gold though. If you go to, it was like oh man, it had a weird name for the song. It was like Ningen Isu, I think is their most popular one. It was like oh god. It was something like kind of derogatory towards women, which as you guys already know I don't really like, but it was a weird song, but the visuals were just absolutely phenomenal. Like really cool choreography of things and very simple. Pretty good metal though. But what I actually, before I went on that tangent, what I meant to bring up was Tarn. Oh God, what's Tarn and uh, his brother's last name? You know, the Dwarf Fortress guys. Anyways, Tarn went to UC Santa Cruz, which I'm an alumni for. You know, if I haven't given enough of my private information away. I went to UC Santa Cruz, and he didn't do this talk until I think like a few months ago or a few weeks ago maybe. And he did this talk on like procedural generation and world generation, because Dwarf Fortress has like some of the best world generation, kind of like, you know how like Minecraft procedurally generates worlds. I was talking to a gaming buddy of mine and he didn't know what procedural generation was. I was like, how do you not know what this is? Maybe it's the indie scene has really jumped hard onto that, and there's been a lot of procedural generated games recently, but he had no idea what it was, and I was kind of shocked. But basically, procedural generation is you take some numbers, you plug it into this formula, and it generates a world. And so if you give it different numbers, it'll generate a different world, but it should look realistic. And it was crazy listening to Tarn I want to say Adams. I could be wrong about that. Talking about how they try and make erosion and all these other things get simulated in the world generation, and you get like semi-realistic looking worlds and like the approximations. And like, I'm no game developer, but I find that type of stuff so interesting. Like the GDC talks, the game developers conference talks. I will totally binge some of that, and like I'll be like watching it, I'm like, why am I watching this? I am never going to apply what I'm learning here. But it's so interesting to hear some of my favorite game developers kind of talking. It's almost like their philosophy on what makes a good game. And like I've watched one from the Caves of Cud developers, which was really good. I watched one from the RimWorld developer, which I don't know if the RimWorld phase is over on YouTube or not. But that is a game I was looking at getting. I'm probably not gonna get it because I'm much more interested in the Mount and Blade series and where that's gonna go. Let's just go ahead and go back to the base. Totally am getting distracted. Yeah, you guys, okay, you're most of the way there. We'll be able to get our robotics industry up soon enough. Yeah, I want to get this going in like a little steel making industry and some robotics bench. And I should probably be sending Silas down to go harvest robotic parts, but I'm thinking it might be a good idea to just try and find a squad while we're down here and fight them, and then bring back as many as we can before the episode is over. Seeing how we're already more than halfway through it, and all we've done is try and build a building and me ramble while I'm walking around, which I think you guys don't mind too much, but I don't know. But yeah, anyways, oh, here we go. Yeah, like, honestly, I just think it's so cool how you can go onto YouTube and watch like talks from like these big conferences, or like there's like those MIT classes. Ooh, this one's even got a prince. Like, it's just amazing. Like, YouTube it has a ton of problems and has misinformation and all kinds of issues for the creators. I get that. But it in of itself is just amazing how you can find almost anything, you know? This is when I want to probably get you all in a hold order. Get our soldiers in the front. Then is yep, like that, like so. Princes, just stay in the back for a second while these guys take the brunt of it. And then I'm going to take the hold order off. I think that works pretty well, is letting them attack and then getting in there. Okay, the prince is here. Somebody knock him out. Okay. Good job, team. If we can do first aid on a couple of these guys, I would really appreciate recruiting a couple. Do first aid. That dude's pretty badly hurt, but I think we can save him. That guy's lost a leg. I think I'm not gonna go for ones that have lost legs quite yet. You know, I know I've been going for that, but I think we just kind of want some workers right now. Let's get those guys healed up and get them on our backs and get out of here. Oh no, he's recovered. Really? Are we gonna have to kill you? Well, he lost a left arm. You guys just heal him up. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's fine. Benedict, why don't you go ahead and pick up that prince, because he is a prince and deserves to have treatment as such. And then let's look at who else is super quick. You're all pretty quick. Redmayne and Jig and whatnot seem to be some of our quicker guys. Oh, this one's actually still needing a little first aid. Bree, why don't you go ahead and get one as well? Then Ezia, I mean, you're pretty strong, so I think that it would be fine to have you carry someone. And then let's get a few more. You know, if we can recruit all of these guys, it's going to be a really good day for us. I don't think we are going to get to recruit all of them, but, you know, we'll try. That dude's probably gonna die from that chest injury. Nope, he actually might survive it. Interesting. You guys, could you all help this dude out? And then maybe that dude as well. And this dude. Beef, pick him up because he's about to wake up. Ezia, go pick him up. As long as we're not getting attacked, I think that we're just dandy. Then someone go get him. Hey, we got our house built. And I think that that's everyone who's not dead picked up. Yeah. Okay. So if we've got those robotic parts done and these people on our backs healed, I think we can start to head back. See, this is the way to get recruits as a Hiver only Let's Play. In my mind. You know I watched a little bit of Hades, who has some really good content. I really like his content. It's a lot more edited and higher quality, and because of that, where's Arm and Feta? Oh, you guys were back at the base, right? I remember that now. And I saw he had some mods that help you get some more recruits. Seems like a smart way of doing it instead of trying to desperately find a few soldiers down here. I kind of like the desperation aspect. It really matches with our theme in the series. But yeah, it was so weird seeing that talk by Tarn at UC Santa Cruz, because I was like, I've had classes in that lecture hall. Like I didn't see a lot of the lecture hall, but I recognized the desk that the teachers stand by. I recognized the projector / chalkboard that was behind him. I was pretty sure it was, I forgot, I think it was the big ones by the bookstore were called like U1 and U2 or something like that. And he was in one of those lecture halls. I think it's U1, which is the giant one, which honestly is pretty crazy. If you haven't been to a modern college recently, they've got like 300 something people in a class. And this was like one of those classrooms that's like designed for that in the UC Santa Cruz. So I could only imagine, and maybe it's just like the weird little indie gamer in me, but I would like to imagine that lecture hall was just stacked, just totally full of people. Because it was like for some sort of computer science major, some class, I think it might have been game development or something. I don't know, something about procedural somethings. And it's like, I don't know how many people are in this class, but if I was on college and the creator of Dwarf Fortress was gonna be giving a talk, I would be there, man. You know, honestly, if I still lived in Santa Cruz, or like half an hour drive away from Santa Cruz, I would be there, dude. That'd be so cool to see that guy talking live and maybe get a chance to talk to him afterwards. Like, and the crazy thing about college classes is they don't check if you're a college student. You can just walk in and sit in, and sure, you're not going to get credit for the class, but you can still learn stuff. And I definitely went to a few of my friends' classes here and there when I was in college, because I was like, yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what, I don't know, philosophy is or whatever, and how that class actually works. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so we got this place built. You guys are pretty much back. I'm just gonna tell you to go by the entrance, and then we'll open up when you get there. Let's go ahead and try and get a couple more things done for the industry here. No one is in there though. Silas, can you just run over here so I can see the inside? Just get this laid out. Here we go. We want, whatchamacallit, probably under crafting. Electrical workshop, that definitely is going to be one of the things we're going to want. I think we're probably just going to be making trash robotic limbs, but it's going to be especially important seeing how the tech hunters don't like us now. And I'm pretty sure I've been thinking about it, and I kind of want to like debug it so the tech hunters don't hate us anymore, but it might add a level of a challenge to this Let's Play, which could be interesting, having just all these people hate us. And I mean, it kind of makes sense. We did just like massacre a ton of people in their little way station, so I kind of get why they would be not too happy with us. I mean, sure, we didn't strike first, but we just like, it wasn't exactly a what's the term? An appropriate response. I can't think of what I was trying to come up with. We definitely did a little bit of overkill, just wiping out all these traders people that were coming through, and I don't know, like they attacked us first. Like, why did the guards attack us? Scrawny raid, I don't even care about that. That's like not even a real raid in my mind. I'm just glad, honestly, that we can make some sales at the bar in Morn. And then, guys, why don't you come over here so that I can get those guys in cages and start to try and recruit them between episodes. Man, we're gonna have a pretty good sized workforce after all this. Ezia, for that dude, and nope. Why am I not getting the option to put someone inside of that? Oh, probably because I've got multiple people highlighted. Good, put him away. Put him away. Benedict, get the prince in there. Hold up, guys. I think we might need more cages. Yeah, it looks like we need more cages. Yeah, well, I'll have a little bit to do between episodes, that's for sure. I think I'm also going to send Silas down to get those electrical components. That's probably a good use of time, right? Probably also should get some of these other cages lined up. It's kind of one of those things where it's like I don't really need more cages, but at this moment I kind of do. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to build like another row out here. A little recruitment center. I think that's good for now. And kind of want to give you all an engineering job just to help speed up this building process. So I'm going to assign engineering to you all, the princes. That should really help with this whole building stuff. We need a lot of electrical components to even get this thing off the ground, which kind of makes sense, but I'll have to be smart about it in terms of resources that we're using. And I do want to be able to get as many electrical components back as possible. So maybe we should be getting Benedict's backpack, because I think he's got a bigger backpack that we could use. Where's Benedict? Go find Silas and trade with him so that we can see who's got the bigger backpack. You definitely do. Okay, put those in there. We'll do a little trade. Go. And then I'm gonna actually have you put that there. And we should probably give those bolts Silas. as well as first aid kit and robotics kit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then Silas should be able to go running down south and get us some more electrical components. I think he's gonna have tons of them actually in the end. Like, that backpack's pretty big. I think you're gonna be able to fit at least 15, 20. And so if I'm doing that and making recruits in between episodes, we should be pretty set up to get that industry up and running. In any case, it looks like it's been about half an hour. Thank you for joining me. This has been Orange One.